Hello, Blizzard fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with a Legacy of the Void broadcast. This is my very first game, and I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm casting it, not playing it live. And in the bottom right of Iron Fortress, we have FalconPal. Falcon Paladin will not fit in the character naming field. So FalconPal is the best I can do. And in the top right of Iron Fortress, we have Teejhan, the red Terran player. Now, I don't have my usual interface here. I'm kind of a little bit off kilter because this is my very first Legacy of the Void cast. Bear with me. But this game does showcase Legacy of the Void units and abilities, so just bear with me and we'll get through this. Alright, going to speed it up just a little bit. I went spawning pool first, just because I was a little bit afraid of early pressure from Terran. And actually got supply block, because I forgot that you start out with a whole bunch more drones than you used to. I think you start out with like 10 or 12 or something, I'm not entirely sure at this point. But basically, it helps the early game get over a little bit faster. And then I took my expansion at about, 15, 16 supply. And I'm actually scouting in the wrong place. I figured maybe cross position would be the answer, but no. Just right top left to right bottom. Right top left. Right top to right bottom. And the Reaper does come out, does kill my drone. We're going to follow him down just a little bit. He doesn't know where I am, has not scouted with an SCV yet at this point. So we're going to follow him as he speeds along. He might have seen me actually come from this direction. Thought I came from there, but no. I am not there. Instead, he's going to head on down. He's going to be super late. I do see this Reaper with my drone, so I threw down a spine crawler. I'm getting extra queens. I am super worried about this drone. Again, maybe I shouldn't be. It's a single Reaper. I do have speed for my speedlings at this point. I do have queens. I should have been fine, but I felt a little bit worried. And again, the Reaper comes at the very last place that I can possibly be. Let's slow down just a little bit here and see what we can see. He doesn't actually even come in for a while yet. I was wondering where this Reaper was, and the answer is he's chilling at my third base, just pretty much doing nothing. Here he comes, right on in. I am ready for him, though. I have queens. I have spine crawlers. He pops on up onto the creep. I have creep tumors as well. Coming around the left side, the queen is going to chase him off as he sits there right on the creep. See you later, Reaper. Get off my property. There's a spine crawler here as well. Does try to take down a drone. Not quite able to do it. Did throw down his special ability, KDB charge, which explodes after a short delay, dealing 10 damage and knocking out nearby units. So he did get a single kill with that. Not quite as much as he wanted to see, though. Again, the spine crawler was able to get a poke at him. These two queens here did a big job as well. I do have a creep queen. I'm spreading creep right next to this Reaper. He's not quite ready for it. Back in the Terran base, it looks like he's going to go ahead, and he is getting a medevac as well as a siege tank. Now, one thing that is special about Legacy of the Void is that siege tanks can be picked up in siege mode and dropped in siege mode by these medevacs, making them a little bit better to harass, a little bit more able to do that. So I did chase away the Reaper. I didn't quite kill him. He did manage to escape with his life. And now here comes my creep spread. This is one part of my game I'm actually pretty proud of, is this creep spread. I like to have a creep queen out. I like to keep it up. I like to make sure these creep tumors can push out as soon as they possibly can, as soon as the cooldown is up. And there we go. We do see them pushing out across the creep. That's exactly what I want to see. And I said it, I'm going to go ahead and go lurkers. I really have missed lurkers ever since they were not included in Legacy, Heart of the Swarm or Wings of Liberty. They are included in the beta of Legacy of the Void, and I hope they stick around. Now, this drop goes right past my Overlord. I have to confess, I did not see it. A part of my game that is not fantastic is my looking at the mini-map and being aware of what's going on. But my creep spread, again, is pretty darn amazing, if I do say so myself. So here comes the drop. I don't have anything. My lurker den is not quite finished yet. I don't have lings. I only have a single spine crawler. Here at the 5-minute mark, it's probably a bad move. There's the drop. The siege tank dropping immediately, doing huge damage. Widowmine coming in as well, burrowing, getting in there. The Marines coming in, doing tons of damage, moving back, letting the tank finish off that spine crawler. You know what? Let me speed this down. Or that seems a little bit loud to me. Where's my sound at? Man, 7%, 9%. Let's get out of here and see. I don't know. Maybe turn down the volume on my my headphones here. See if that improves things at all. But am I actually still? Yeah, I hope I'm still casting. Either way, Siege tank Marines trying to kill my natural here. I do have a lot of Lings coming out though. Hopefully they can save the base. I'm not sure if they can. They pop out. They do have speed. And they run right on in. Widowmine engages though. Kills a few of them. And actually we did force the Siege tank to pull up. Comes on over here. Tries to drop in the main and do tons of damage. Queen's going after this medevac. Trying to kill it. One of the Queens dies. Zerglings come in. Try to kill this tank. But it does get picked up at the last second by this medevac and drop down on the low ground again. Such annoying control here by Teejhan, but doing a good job. My Queens are trying to kill this tank as best they can. They do manage to snipe it and they stay alive. So good play by me. I think I did lose my natural, but I'm getting up a third. So I'm pretty proud of that. Expansion coming down as well here for Teejhan. Here at the 6-minute mark, I drop Lings over here to make sure nothing crazy can happen. And Teejhan decides to go ahead and head on back home. He only has a few Marines there. The Widowmine, did the Widowmine actually die? If we look at units lost, can we look at actual number of units lost here? Or is that in my other interface? I need to get my other interface back so bad. Either way, I can't tell if that got lost or not. I did pull up my second base again, and I am producing, or I am planning on producing some Hydralisks here that I can morph into Lurkers. Creep spread kind of got lost there during that attack. That obviously happens, but it's actually not bad. I'm about halfway to the Terran base right now. And there goes the push. You'll see how fast this creep spreads when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creep trimmers right on the edge here. Another one being made. Let's see how quickly this happens. As looks like we have Banshees coming out here from Teejhan, as well as Cloak. So again, I don't have any Spore Crawlers. I have a single Spore Crawler here in my main. No Spore Crawlers here. None here either. I really need to scout. I have Overlords in position. I could actually get them in and do pretty well with it, but I actually do not choose to scout. I'm just so excited about the Lurkers. And there we go. We have Hydralisks being made, being rallied right up around here. Yeah, see that creep spread? Again, pushed out. Another batch coming on in. Pop, 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 and creep spread just moves so fast, moving right out across the map there. Such disgusting creep moving around. And just doing a great job giving me that vision that I need so badly. So worker count, if we take a look at the income tab here, is 36 to 33, 38. The Terran player is actually up on me after that attack on my second. I'm trying to make workers to compensate, making a whole bunch to saturate my main, getting my gas back on that base there, getting gas up here on the third, gassing up here at the same time because lurkers are very gas intensive. So here I have my Hydralisks and my Queen actually helping this creep spread even more. Here we go. Which, I mean, it's almost instantaneous. Look how fast this is. It goes out to the full extent the creep can go, and it does stop at this point, but man, it's just so much faster than one. So we do have a line here, a couple tanks, supply depot wall, as well as an engineering bay blocking that off. And here comes 3 Cloaked Banshees doing tons of damage to my third base. I see this. I'm not quite sure what to do about it. I don't really have much that can shoot up. So I am rallying drones over here to this base, which is good on my account. But I am morphing Lurkers now. I'm going to say, you know what, go ahead and take my third base. I don't even care. I do try to evacuate my drones here, but so many drones dying to these Banshees. Getting out of there, a drop coming with Marines, with a Widowmine, doing tons of damage as well to this base. I do have Lings here, though. They might be enough, but the Lurkers, it's time to go. I'm like, all right, you took out my third base. I am at a disadvantage at this point. And they do drop, but the Lings actually do a pretty good job killing everything. I didn't even see this happening. It was kind of just lucky for me. Taking down a lot of these Marines, forcing them to get picked up. The Widowmine does get a kill off. Here come the Lurkers, burrowing very nicely here. And look how fast they took down that tank. That died immediately. A scan comes down, revealing the Lurkers. I try to get them out of the range of this tank if at all possible. The scan needs to stop. Now, Marines trying to come in to do damage, but look how fast they die to the Lurkers as well. Widowmine getting blown up. Tank getting a little bit too close. 1 hit, 2 hitting those tanks coming up around the left side. The tank destroying one of them, but there are still 4 Lurkers left. I burrow right here, and I pretty much managed to kill a couple SCVs and lock down this space immediately. There is nothing that the Terran player can do about this. Now, I have to tell you, there we go. At that point, I lost connection to Legacy of the Void. I had my internet. I could still chat with people, but for some reason, my connection to this game ended, and that was it. So I'm sorry I don't have a very satisfying conclusion to this game, but let me tell you, it was fun having Lurkers back. I mean, I lost a ton of stuff to crazy things like those tank drops, like Widowmines, like Cloak Banshees. We actually did see the Reaper using his new ability as well. That was pretty cool. But again, Lurkers, I think, are super strong. They have good range. They do a ton of damage. If we look at them, their spines do 20 damage, and their range is 9. Look at the range we have here. That is such huge range for a unit for Zerg ground. There's nothing that compares to it currently in Heart of the Swarm. And look at that, plus 30 to armored as well. That is something you didn't actually see back in the Brood War days. Lurkers were great, but they were better against infantry. Tanks actually did pretty well against them. You know, not fantastic if you got the Lurkers right on top of them, but I mean, 30 damage to armored is just amazing. I feel like that might get nerfed just a little bit later on before they actually release Legacy of the Void, but regardless, this is my first Legacy of the Void podcast, broadcast. I hoped you liked what you saw and heard today, even despite all my missteps and my fumbling over myself, because, again, this is very new to me. But, again, this is Falcon Paladin. Thank you so much for watching. You can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, thank you guys so much, and you take care of yourself.